Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to jump on here and make a quick little recruiting update. Of course, Tennessee over the weekend, they had what was supposed to be their second junior day of the year, but we all know the story because of the weather. You know, George McIntyre's commitment gets delayed. The first junior day gets canceled. But here we are. Tennessee had some good talent, elite level talent on campus over the weekend. We've got some good news. We've got what some people felt like was some bad news. Which do you guys want first? I guess we'll start with this, because some of you guys, I saw you on Twitter, some of you thought this was bad news, and this came out from Hayes Fawcett over the weekend. Breaking class of 2025 corner Shamar Arnew tells me he has decommitted from Tennessee. The 6'2", 180-pound corner out of Georgia has been committed to the Vols since April. Currently holds 30 offers and is fresh off of a visit to Georgia. Now, as a player, as a football player, Shamar Arnew, I like his game. We actually did a film breakdown on him. I like his physicality. Something we talked about in that video, he's got a little bit of dog in him, and that's something, spoiler alert, coming up for next week's film breakdown. The player we look at there got a little dog in him. Tennessee was kind of hesitant to offer. Same type of situation with Shamar Arnew. I think he is a good football player. I think he's physical. I like the way he gets up in the wide receiver's face and he challenges them. But sometimes when you got a little dog in you, that maybe translates into off the field issues. Now, I don't know exactly what happened with Shamar, but I do know that it's put out there that Tennessee is they are the ones that pulled the offer. Tennessee pulled his scholarship back in September. The news just hasn't come out until now. Now, I've seen several different stories, so this is just internet talk. I don't know where the truth lies, probably somewhere in the middle. It's been reported that he was kicked out of school. It's been reported that he was kicked off of his football team, and now he's looking to transfer. Did not play a single snap of football in 2023. So there are some issues here. It's not a mutual parting of ways. It's not him decommitting because he's going to look for greener grass. Tennessee's pulled his scholarship offer, and that's why we are where we are at. Hopefully Shamar gets things straightened out. Hopefully he finds a school that's a fit and he gets his head on straight and he has some success at the next level of football. But let's talk about some good news, because there's plenty to go around. Something we talk about in the world of recruiting is, number one, you got to have your quarterback, right? And we got our quarterback in George McIntyre. You got to have guys that can get after the quarterback. And we have seen Rodney Garner since he returned to Tennessee. There was never a question. We know that Rodney Garner is the best in the country, best defensive line coach, best at evaluating talent, best at developing talent, getting guys to the league. He's going to get his guys. He's done it each and every cycle. And now we're seeing guys like James Pierce. I think we're about to see Tyree West do some serious things in 2024. Rodney Garner is going to get his, but you also got to have those guys on the outside to protect your quarterback at the offensive tackle position. Landing Lance Hurd in the transfer portal was huge. Landing Bennett Warren. Look at the class of 24, what Glenn Ellerby was able to do on that offensive line. You landed three guys that were inside the top 300 according to On3, and you got a prospect in Gage Ginther that a lot of people really like. A lot of people call him underrated. So there were a couple of elite offensive tackles on campus over the weekend. We're going to break down their comments, but as always, I need you guys to do me a favor and smash that thumbs up just below this video. It is quick, it is free, it is easy, it helps the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you are new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts, we're not insiders, we're not media. We don't talk at you here, we talk with you. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like what we do, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live tomorrow night, just like I am every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, playing NCAA 14 Revamped. We're also going to talk all things Tennessee football. Also going to be live Wednesday night. It's finally going down right here on the Talkin VAWLS Network. Coach Jay versus Coach Rice, live film breakdown. You, the fans, are going to vote which player they do a better job, who breaks down the film, who sells their player to you guys the most. You guys are going to decide. You guys are going to vote Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. But let's get into it. Let's talk about a couple of elite offensive tackles that were in town over the weekend. First, Andrew Babalola was here. He is a four-star prospect. You can see there on the screen the On3 industry rankings. Four-star offensive tackle, top 25 player nationally. Number 4 ranked offensive tackle in the country. You know, and something you'll see, why is he not a 5-star, Boogie? Why Why is he the 22nd ranked player but not a 5-star? What you will see as this cycle starts to build, they'll start to do more evaluations. The numbers will go up and down, and you'll figure out exactly who your 5-star prospects are. But Andrew Babalola is one of the top offensive linemen or offensive tackles in the country. The quote he gave VolQuest right out of the gate said, obviously with Tennessee, Coach Heupel, Coach Ellerby, Coach KP, I've known them all for a long time. Actually getting to visit, walk around campus, and see how things are ran here, I'm not going to lie, it was a great day. Now, Tennessee just offered in September, so this was his first time on campus. Said he had a good experience, called Tennessee one of his top schools, according to what I saw over at Vols 247. Talked a lot about Darnell Wright. And that's something we're seeing, Glenn Ellerby really be able to sell is his development of Darnell Wright. Darnell going and being a top 10 draft pick. I saw where Andrew Babalola actually said, Darnell Wright, the best rookie offensive lineman in the NFL. So that's a really strong selling point for Tennessee, for this coaching staff to be able to say, hey, look what we did with Darnell Wright, but now you got to continue to do it, right? When you talk about stacking recruiting classes, when you talk about rebuilding the roster, you got to continue to do it year in and year out and prove that it's your development that helped get those guys into the league. Another quote from him said, what I liked most about was how interconnected the coaching staff was and how it all felt like a family environment. Everyone on the staff is connected to each other, whether it's that they played with each other or coached together, so that was very cool. Their message to me was that I am a big recruit for them and that I can thrive at Tennessee on and off the field. Now, Andrew has no timetable for his decision. Said he plans to schedule his spring visits now that we're in the dead period, schedule those spring visits, so hopefully Tennessee gets him back on campus and they can continue the momentum that they created from getting him here for that junior day. Now, another guy that was here, now you guys may remember this name going back to the commitment from George McIntyre. Jalen Matthews is a guy that was all over Twitter, and he tweeted to George McIntyre and said, hey, do you need somebody to block for you down there at Tennessee? A lot of GBO, a lot of retweets for Vol players, for Vol recruits, for Vol commits. So maybe George was a bit of a selling point for Jalen Matthews. Again, 4-star offensive tackle. You can see there the On3 industry rankings around a top 150 prospect. 6'5", 273 pounds, out of Toms River, New Jersey. Was originally committed to Penn State. He backed off of that commitment, reopened his recruitment back in September. Did say he had a solid visit here for his junior day. Said he liked the Vols and they were moving up his list. Told Vols 247 that he is definitely planning to take an official visit here. I think this isn't necessarily the launching point for the class of 25, but I think these junior days are so critical because you want to get guys on campus. You want to kind of give your sales pitch, and then you try to get them back during the spring and then maybe get an official during the summer. A lot of these guys want to pull the trigger prior to going into their senior season. So that's why, when I made the video about George not being here, and I know it triggered a lot of people didn't like the title, and that's fine and dandy. It is what it is. It's the world of the internet. It's the world of YouTube. But it was a big deal that George wasn't here for junior day. And part of that, again, Jalen Matthews, a guy that's tweeting at George, hey, can you need somebody to block for you? You need an offensive lineman. One of the quotes, he said, I enjoyed hanging around the players and the coaches, getting to know the Tennessee lifestyle a little bit. It was my first time down here in Tennessee, and that it was nice. So we hung out with a lot of the other recruits. That was it. Just build a relationship with them, and they're moving up in the recruiting thing for me. So he's talking about spending time with coaches, spending time with players, spending time with other recruits. I think that's why it would have been crucial to get George here. And I know it's out of his control. It's the weather. He had a basketball game, and I like some of your comments about how that shows George's loyalty to his teammates on the basketball team to, go play that game versus backing out and coming to Tennessee for a visit. But I do think it's worth mentioning that George couldn't make it in when, you want to be able to parade around your 5-star quarterback. You want him to be able to continue to build those relationships. But Jalen Matthews, Andrew Babalola, a couple of offensive tackle prospects that we've not talked a lot about, and they're right there in the mix. Tennessee is going to have an opportunity. Now, a couple of guys we've mentioned before. David Sanders, 5-star offensive tackle out of Charlotte, North Carolina. We did the film breakdown on him yesterday. Go give it a watch. Really good stuff from Coach Jay. Tennessee in a good spot there, right? Again, the relationship with George, the way George sold himself. Come play with me. Let's play together. It was never about Tennessee or Alabama or Georgia or LSU. It was about let's play together, building those relationships. Another one, Josh Petty, 4-star offensive tackle, number 3 ranked offensive tackle in the class of 2025, said it's his dream to play at Tennessee. So those are 4 really good, elite offensive tackles in this class of 25 that Tennessee is in on. How many can they get? You're not going to get them all. You're not going to get them all, but you got to get your fair share. Can they land 2 of the 4? Can they land 3 of the 4? We got a long way to go in this class at 25, but I wanted to make a video, give a little bit of update. We'll continue to talk about some of the guys that were on campus for junior day over the next couple of days. Maybe give you guys some NCAA investigation stuff as it's us against them. It's back and forth. It's Tennessee and Virginia's response. Then it's the NCAA's response, back and forth. The Spire Sports Group attorney is being very vocal on Twitter. We may take a look at that. But you guys know what to do, man. Smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Go check out the Talkin VAWLS merch at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. Also, you really want to help the channel, hit that join button down below. You can become a member for $1. $1 a month. You support this channel for the fans, by the fans. It is also fan funded. We could not do this without you. But also, jump into the comments. Let's talk about it. What do you like about Jalen Matthews? What do you like about Andrew Babalola? What do you like about this class of 25? But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.